Connected N7KC.
N7KC, Port Angeles, standing by.
WW7N with Uniform 7 November, standing by also.
Well, this is KD7QKU, part of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Earlier, I guess, WW7N. Like an echo link, I guess. So anyway, I was hoping Gary would show up. This is KD7QKU again. I just switched antennas, James. So I sound any better? Lee said I sounded terrible.
Much better now. Before, you almost sounded like you were off frequency or something. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. WU7N.
Yeah, it's really strange. It's the intermod or something. And it's a ground. The first antenna was a ground plane, never moved, and this one is a little Yagi. And the wind can blow it around. I haven't looked at it for a while to see which way it's pointed. But it might be pointed straight east instead of, or northeast instead of kind of southeast. So anyway, well, as long as I sound better. Does anyone else want to join the amateur Northwest? I can't say it. Anyway, the ATV group tonight. Well, I guess not, James. I guess it's just you and I. So go ahead. WU7N, KD7QKU. Go ahead.
Okay, well, Ron, and I guess Lee is probably listening on the internet connection as well. I always try and check in if I'm available. I was just going to say hi to everybody tonight. It's always good for a little bit of conversation. So I'll hang around as long as everybody else would like to. I did have a question for Lee, if he can come back on, and that was in regards to the internet connection that he's using to get into 147.080. Maybe that's something I should look up or maybe email him, I don't know. So anyway, that's it for me. That's my question of the evening. That's WU7N. James, back to you, Ron.
Okay, can you repeat your question, James? I guess we're having trouble getting it. Lee didn't get it over Echolink. He didn't think, and I didn't fully understand it either, I guess. I may be transmitting better, but I'm not receiving better. So try it again, please.
Okay, I guess the Morse code lesson's over. On Echolink, I was just not immediately able to find on, just on my my phone, the connection to get into 147.080. But let me look right now again. I just did a software upgrade on my phone, so maybe it's there. So that was my question: what version of Echolink was he using, or how did he get the identifier to the repeater on Echolink, and how might that?
Okay, this is N7KC in Port Angeles. James, let me tell you how I did this. It wasn't very complicated. I'm using my Samsung S5 phone, and what I did was I went to the Play Store and searched on Echolink and downloaded it onto the phone. And from there it was pretty simple. Now, let me tell you that in years past, several years ago, I had an Echolink account, so I had a password. And I had also cleared my call through Echolink so that I was a bona fide ham station. So I had previously set those up several years in advance. So all I did was to start the app. It wanted to know my password and my call, which I gave it. And then from there on, it was just an issue of finding out where the repeater was. So basically, I just went to, I don't know, what is it, United States, I think, 7 LAN, and looked for W7DME-R, and go ahead and bring that up. And then after it was working, I just saved it as a favorite station. So I don't have to do anything now when I come on. I just go to the star, tap it, pick W7DME-R, and I'm basically off and running. That's all there was to it. There is one level you can set. There is a mic gain that changes in 6 dB steps. And I'm assuming that those 6 dB, I don't know, they're dB steps, so it ought to be power, but it may be voltage, so that may double the gain, 6, or it may be 4 times, or it may double, or maybe 4 times the power, so I don't know. But I'm going to bet that it's probably amplitude, it's probably voltage, and the 6 dB would basically double the mic gain. So there's 2 or 3 steps you can go on that, and I bumped it up to the first step. And I think I better stop.
WW7NKD7QK. You went outside and I turned the antenna. Nice, Armstrong motor, and it made it worse. Made your my receive on you worse. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you okay. Maybe it's my imagination, but I thought your volume was a little louder before, both now and during your last transmission. Though we've got very articulate audio, sound test, noise, static, meditation, sound, every word.
Okay, I can't hear you on either antenna very well now. I'm going to have to go out and put it back where it was, I guess. So, KD7QK the outside person.
Well, okay, Lee, I don't know if you heard me or not, but on my iPhone 5S, with the software downloaded, get as far as WW7ATS, it says connecting, but then eventually it times out and it can't connect.
WU7N, this is N7KC in Port Angeles. James, my impression is that you're not getting into the repeater too well. Of course, I'm listening to you on Echolink, and I'm a long ways away to be making any quantitative reports. It's mostly qualitative, but it was awful hard to understand you that time on Echolink. So that suggests to me that you're not getting into the repeater real well, because I've been hearing Echolink reasonably well here. So back to you, N7KC, Port Angeles.
Lee, thank you. My end, I'm using the same antenna, the same feed line, and the same transceiver, so something probably has gone haywire if you're not hearing me on Echolink. Now, Lee, this is WU7N.
WU7N, KD7QKU. Well, I went out and kind of put my antenna back near where it was. Didn't really improve your signaling, so I'm having a terrible time copying you, James, so I don't know if we can carry on or not. KD7QKU.
How is it now? Is this any improvement, WU7N?
Affirmative, yeah, that's much better.
Well, I'm not quite sure how this happened, but somehow my power got turned down, so I was on flea power before. So I don't know if Lee can hear me any better on Echolink or not. Lee, are you there?
Yeah, he's nodding up and down. He hears you better, so yeah, that helped a little bit. Okay. Well, let's see. Is anyone else going to join us tonight? This is KD7QKU with the Western Washington Television Group. I guess not. Can you see the streaming over there, James?
Stand by one. Let me bring up my. I've been playing around with Echolink, so I didn't have the streaming up. Let me see. Go ahead and put your signal up, video signal up, and I'll see.
Well, Lee said he had a little video, and I just have a tiny bit also. So I don't know, if it's worthwhile to try to show it or not.
Let me see if I can get you on my my downlink. I'll have to run over to the other side of the room and turn that one on.
Okay, KD7QKU.
Okay, Ron, you there? This is WW7ATS.
Yeah, W7NKD72KU. Go ahead.
I've got a real good solid picture on downlink, especially since my antenna got a little displaced for the 1.2 gigahertz, but that's a very good signal. I've got you on black and white, and again, that's probably because of my antenna placement right now. And you're just a beautiful, clear picture on Chrome on the streaming.
Okay. Well, I usually get it on, I think, 8 on my TV set.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm using a very the small portable little monitor set to channel 8, and then I'm using the PC electronics to down convert the 1.2 gigahertz signal to the channel 8.
Okay, so can you see it well enough for us for Lee to show us some video?
Yeah, sure, I'm game for that. And, you know, you could show it to such a small group here tonight. You could show it now and then also show it next Saturday when there's a larger group.
Okay, all right, this is N7KC in Port Angeles. I'm going to share a screen here over Skype 15. Can see this. Have you got that? Okay, here we go. This is at Morris Creek. That's 101 down there, and that's the S-curves down there at Morris Creek. Is this still playing on? Okay. That's Fred Meyer right, Walmart right here.
N7KC timeout.
Okay, question for Lee. So you have a chip on board the quadcopter, and then you have to bring the quadcopter down to get to actually see the video. Is that what you mean when you say you don't see it?
WW7KC.
Okay, N7KC is back on. Sorry about timing that out. I don't have it. I don't have all the. A lot of things going on here. Anyway, we're just showing a drone video. One of the DJI Mavics that has a range of 7 kilometers, and it was pretty impressive. Got so many sensors on it. It's a pretty smart machine. 16 cores of computing, I think. Anyway, okay, that's all I've got here. So this is N7KC in Port Angeles, and I'll send it back to Ned.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Lee. This is KD7QKU. That was nice. So that was someone that you know, a friend. It was his drone. Yeah, it was a friend of Lee's drone. Okay. All right. Well, WU7N, KD7QKU. Go ahead, James.
I just want to be sure of what I watched. That was pretty impressive. I was trying to read the captions, but sometimes the little video windows associated with Skype were blocking some of the captions. So that was launched and it autonomously went out, took the pictures, and then autonomously returned. Is that what it did, Lee? Go ahead.
Well, not exactly. I was not there, James. This is N7KC in Port Angeles. He was just east of town at the S-curves at Morris Creek, and he says he's got binoculars with image stabilizing optics in it, and that he said it was never out of his sight, but it was 1.6 kilometers away at 400 feet, and when it approached that tree, it has sensors on board that sensed there was an obstacle in front of it and stopped the drone about 15 feet from wherever it senses the obstacle. And then he turned it around and brought it back, and then it landed itself autonomously. When he gets close to the landing pad, he just throws a button, and then the thing just retraces its takeoff path right down to where it left the ground. At the DJI Mavic Pro. Very, very impressive piece of machinery, I can tell you that. N7KC, Port Angeles, back to net.
Does that answer your question, James?
Yes, it did, and I still think that is just incredibly impressive. I guess this is a sign of getting old when you're absolutely amazed at technology like that. Because if it was 1.6 kilometers away, I understand he had to keep it under sight for good airmanship, but that's still just really impressive that the drone was pretty much flying itself, and then detected the tree, and then turned around and came back. I think that is incredibly cool.
Yeah, so do I. Okay. KD7QKU again. All right, well, give me a second here, and I'll. What I have is simple compared to what Lee has. Stand by.
N7QO.
Oh, good evening, Jim. KD7QKU here. I don't know if you saw Lee's video or not with the drone, but go ahead and take a turn.
Thank you, Ron. N7QO. Well, I don't know who all's here. I apologize for getting here late. It sounds like I just missed something cool. It sounds like Jim and Lee are here. I don't know who all else is here, but I just got the stream up, and right now, well, the stream was up a second ago. Let me refresh it. Okay. It says it's live, and I'm looking at nothing except the raster. Anyway, what did I miss, Ron, N7QO?
Well, you missed, Lee had a friend that has a drone. I'm sending a picture of a bicycle. Today I went down to Goodwill and I bought another bicycle. I bought one that the upper frame isn't parallel to the ground. It's sort of like a girl's bike. I can't get my leg over my bicycle anymore. I'm fine when I step on the pedal and swing my leg over the seat, but if I stop and I straddle the bike, I have a hard time getting off of it unless I practically lay the thing down. So I decided that I would get a little different type bike. So this is a Huffy. It's an inexpensive bike. It was in pretty good shape. And then I have this little gadget you can put it in, and then you can clamp it down, and then you can pedal the bicycle. So anyway, that's a picture of it in the garage. I was doing some adjustment. I raised the speed a little bit so it's more comfortable. And I had put some air in the tires. The tires were low. But there I got the little gadget on. So I guess my audio's okay now. I don't know which antenna I'm on. So anyway, that's what I did today. I put it together and then I put it out on the patio. So supposedly I can go out there and ride around, pedal a little bit, get my rear end sitting on the seat, and get my legs, the muscles in a little bit better condition. Who knows, I might actually go for a bicycle ride someplace. Not very far, just someplace very more hard or something like that. So anyway, back to that KD72K. And somebody give me an audio report, or video, audio.
This is James, WW7N. Your audio is very intelligible. It's your second transmission of the net was the best so far, whatever that was. But you're very intelligible right now, Ron. This is WW7N.
Okay. Well, did you have a chance to see my picture, James?
Yes, I did. I saw them real time, and I also saw them, with the delay on the streaming. Very good pictures. And I'm glad you found a bicycle that you can ride. Just be careful. It's the cars you have to watch out for.
Oh, yeah. I just ride on the bicycle path. Like Marymoor, go to Marymoor Park or something, right down the landing through there. And go over to the boat ramp, in Sammamish. There's a nice trail that's back there where the railroad track used to run on. It runs all the way down to Redmond. So anyway, yeah, I don't ride on the street. Sure. Okay, so N7QO, KD72K, go ahead.
Thank you, Ron. I heard you turn it back to net, but I didn't hear for sure. Sounds like maybe Jim is net control tonight. Anyway, yeah, I saw the bike. That looks pretty good. Huffy, I had some friends who had Huffies. I kind of had off-the-wall brands. I think I had a Schwinn at one point in time, but I don't do a whole lot of bike riding. Yeah, as we get replacement body parts or arthritis or whatever, it's kind of difficult to move like we used to. I can appreciate if you need to go to an all-girls bike, that's okay. Some of us can't ride bikes for other reasons too, but I won't say that on the air. Well, sorry I missed the drone video. Maybe we'll catch that at a future net. Let's see, what can I say? It was a nice day here down in Covington, reset. Probably in the low to mid 40s all day, maybe a high of about 44 or 45. Right now I'm showing 41. That's actually what my wife and I really enjoy about this part of the country. Not a whole lot of variation in temperature. I used to live in places where you go to work or school in the morning wearing a parka and you leave and you can certainly not even need a sweater, but we appreciate that about here. Not get any significant precipitation, a tiny bit of drizzle, just enough to use your windshield wipers every 10 seconds or so. Reset. But my wife tells me that the forecast for tomorrow is some lots of rain and wind, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that tomorrow works okay. Back to you, whoever's net control, N7QO.
Well, I guess that's me, Jim, KD7QKU. Well, speaking of windshield wipers, we went into Ballard last night to go to the North Seattle Rock Club meeting, and windshield wipers on our car was pretty bad, so I went down this morning and put new windshield wiper blades on it. I haven't driven it since then, but Joanne did, because I think it's working fine, so I'll hopefully it is. It has to be better than what it was. All right, well, let's go up to Lee. Lee, if you're ready, and we'll see what Lee has to say for himself. Let's go ahead and do that. Leave that on, I guess. Okay. M7.
Very good. This is N7KC in Port Angeles. Yeah, good evening, Jim. N7QA, Jim. To be differentiated from James, WW7N. Yeah, it turns out one of the fellows in the yacht club, actually he's the Commodore for the next 6 months. He's a fairly technical fellow, and he actually has a commercial license to fly his drone because he wanted to possibly make a little money with it. And so he was just testing it out. It's made by DJI. They're the one who made the Phantom, you know, one of the early big drones. And this is called a Mavic, M-A-V-I-C, a Mavic Pro. And around a kilobuck, something like that. And it's got a 4K camera in it, which is super duper high definition. And let me tell you how these things work. It has a video transmitter in it, but it's only that the actual video that is captured in the camera, and it stays there. What they do is that they have a second little rough video transmitter that transmits a video signal back to the controller site and allows you to see what the thing is doing and so forth. You do not download that very, very huge file, high definition video out of the camera. Rather, it's a lower definition that shows up either on a cell phone or sometimes on the controller. And in the case of this drone that was flying, it didn't have to go too terribly far until he lost his downlink video, the court stuff that tells him where he can actually see what the drone is seeing. In other words, first-person view, so to speak. And so then he claims that he had field glasses on it that had image stabilization, that he could see it. 1.6, he claimed it was never...
N7KC disconnected.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Lee, N7KC, KD7QKU. Yeah, it's really hard. I don't know, on Echolink, how you determine how you quit transmitting the audio so that you can let the repeater reset. I just don't know how you do that. I guess we'll have to figure that out. anyway, let's go over to James, WW7ATS, KD72KU. Go ahead.
Well, thank you for the very interesting video. I think we're going to want to see that again, maybe in the next net meet on Saturday. That is just very interesting. The narrative is extremely interesting. And the subtitles, though, on the video are a little difficult to read because of the blocking Skype windows, at least on the versions I'm seeing coming over the air right now. And I don't know what's going on with Echo Link. I'm going to have to experiment. Lee, maybe you and I can do that after the net or something, because I'm using my iPhone and I can't connect to you, and I cannot connect to the DME repeater. And I had actually reloaded the software, the Echo Link software on my iPhone, just to see if that would do anything. So anyway, that's about all I have for this round. Let me pass it back to Network Control. This is James in WW7N.
Connected N7KC.
Well, James, as far as I'm concerned, you could play around right now. We can do whatever you want us to do. Tell us. I can try to add you to the screen here on Skype if you want. So, while you're thinking that over and deciding what you want to do, let's go over to Jim, N720, KD72.
N7QO. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I'm not checked out on Echo Link either. That's another loose end that I ought to get going one of these days. And I will one of these days. So good luck, Jim. It sounds like it's a bit of a learning curve anyway. Darn it, I lost the video again. Let me refresh again here. Yeah, as far as drones go, I can't say that I know a whole lot about them. I just took a little course, an online course that I had to take, and it did say something that there is a license to operate a drone. I don't know what it takes to get that license. I probably should investigate that. I'll probably do that just for fun after I retire. I know the maximum authorized altitude is 400 feet, and there are actually quite a few little nitnoid regulations in there to protect people and protect aircraft and whatnot. I know that there are some companies out there trying to use drones to deliver merchandise, or at least they're working on that. And that idea sounds kind of cool. Reset. Sure would be nice if you call a certain sandwich company, they just drop it in your patio, or if you order a pizza, it comes to your front door. I wonder if you would have to tip the drone. Hadn't thought about that. What's drone etiquette? That might be a new chapter out there. All this new stuff happening. I don't know. I apologize for that. My brain just goes in these bizarre directions. Just ask my wife about that. But okay. KD7QKU. Oh, I've got a good picture on you now, Ron. Back to you, N7QO.
N7QO in the group, KD7QKU. Well, we were just having a discussion here about under-the-seat carry-on baggage on airplanes. My wife's going to do a little flying. She's going to fly. My wife went to high school in Kent, and she gets together and has lunch with a bunch of ladies that are in her class. There's about 20 or 25 of them that get together, and one of them is down in Palm Springs. She's invited the other ladies to come down and spend a few days with her. But there's about there's maybe 10 or 11 of them that are going to go down, so she's one of them. So I think all the little bags that we used to use, I think, are too big now. We were measuring them up here and looking online. I don't think the bags she wanted to take, she wants to put it under the seat. I don't think that would go. So I don't know. I'll check that out a little bit more. All right, well, let's see. I forgot the rotation. I think it goes to Lee next, so let's go up to Lee. Let's see what he says. 77KC, KC7KC.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Ron. N7KC in Port Angeles. Oh, okay. Okay, I think maybe we've got it figured out now. I didn't think I talked for 3 minutes, and so Ron said I tailgated him. So I actually overhear. See, the trouble is I don't hear that over the Echo Link system, but I'm hearing it over Skype from Ron's place. You know, I've got a little fine, a small audio stream that I can hear from there. And I believe that's where I heard the beep, and I'll have to try that again and see. So stand by, I'm going to do it once again. Okay, I swear I'm hearing that over the audio link I'm hearing on Skype. I was going to say to Jim, T.O. Jim, when was it a year ago last January I think it was, the FAA put in a requirement that you had to register not only drones, but any aircraft, any model aircraft that was under 50 pounds or something like that, over a quarter pound or a half pound, I guess it was. You have to register with the FAA, and you get a registration number, which you must, by their rule, put on the aircraft in such a fashion that you don't have to take the aircraft apart to see it. You know, it has to be someplace where you don't have to unscrew anything to get to it. And that's so they can identify who the pilot is if the thing goes down or does some damage. And there is a commercial license that you can actually get for this quadcopter or hexcopter drone to fly. Just to do it, you don't need a license, but you do need the registration with the FAA. But this fellow I know, who's the Commodore of the Yacht Club here, he went so far, and I don't know how he did it, I didn't ask him, but he took some kind of a course, and he got certified as a commercial drone pilot, so he could use it to take pictures of, say, power lines or things like that. And this isn't a very big bird. It folds up completely into about the size of a shoebox, but it will fly 27 minutes on a charge. Has a range of 7 kilometers. Radius, can you imagine that? 7 kilometers, but I think that's definitely got to be line of sight. And yes, it's a 400-foot ceiling on these things. You're not supposed to go above that. I'm sure people violate that because they go cruising way above that if they wanted. So anyway, well listen, before I do a TO on this thing, let me get out of here. N7KC Port Angeles, back to net.
Okay, I think I heard it. N7KC, 87. All right. Well, I don't have a whole lot more to say myself. So let's go over to James. Maybe he has some questions about Echo. Go ahead, James. WW7N.
Well, yeah, I too am very interested in the private versus commercial drone thing. As I understand it, you actually take a written test to become a commercial operator. I have a friend of mine who is already registered sort of as the private version, and he's taking the next step and moving forward on that too. So it's going to be very interesting to see where all this goes over the next 5 or 10 years. I think at some point, I was reading an article today about how there's rapidly developing requirements to have all new automobiles manufactured actually communicate with other automobiles on the roadway, a constant encrypted, allegedly secure communication with all the other vehicles around you. So I kind of think that that's probably what will happen with these so-called drones, too. I mean, you need to know where they're at. And as far as enforcing 400 feet above ground level, I remember flying, and this has been 5 years ago now, but I remember flying out to the southeast of Renton Field, and I mean, I'm way up there, and I see a guy in a parasail with a little pusher engine. I don't know how high those guys are supposed to go, but not nearly that high, I know that. So it's kind of interesting of who's enforcing the rules. So that's my comment for this round. This is WW7N, back to net control.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dave. 87QKU here. All right, well, let's go over to Jim, M7QO, and see if he has something to add to this conversation. Go ahead, Jim, 87QKU.
Thank you, Ron, M7QO. Before I forget, windshield wipers. Every now and then, Costco has a sale on some wiper blades, and they are Teflon coated. And if you run across a sale, you might buy a spare pair for each of your vehicles. It's pretty good. I just put a new pair on my Jeep, and I can actually see with them. I didn't think the old wipers were all that bad, but putting the new ones on there made a big difference. So just FYI, if anyone out there wants to save a few bucks, kind of like cheapskate Jim here. Yeah, I think the problem with all of these drones is that maybe no one even really knows all of the rules. I certainly do not. I thought there was only one license. I didn't know there was a difference between a private and commercial drone operator. I thought it's something they call remote pilots, but I'm not sure about that. And reset. I know when they first came out with these things, there was some sort of weight limit regarding registration, and then I think they changed that somehow. I think they made it so that a lightweight drone below a certain weight does not need to be registered. But I know that they have made changes to that since the program first came out. And I'm not sure when a license to operate one is required. That's another thing. These fellows with the parasails and that, man, I'm clueless about that. I would think there's some license requirement for those guys, but I have no idea what it is. I know every now and then we see someone in a lawn chair with balloons that's up at some ridiculous altitude. I hope they get some sort of special permission from that, for that, but I don't know for sure how that works. Anyway, that's about all I have to contribute to that. My mind is pretty empty on that. Back to you, Ron, and 7QO.
7QO, KD7QKU, well, thank you for that. Yeah, there was a movie, I think, about the guy in the lawn chair with the balloons. If I remember right, he'd taken a BB gun along with him so he could shoot the balloons so he could sustain them. So anyway, my picture's acting up a little bit here. I'm getting some interference. Maybe we just shut it off, and then I've got it on quite well. All right, well, I don't know if anyone has anything else. If not, maybe we should wrap it up. Call it a night. We've been on here at 8:51. So I'll pass it over to Lee, I guess, and if he wants to continue, we can. If he wants to give you 73, he can. So M17, 87.
Okay. All right. I think I heard the beep. This is N7KC. I'm in Port Angeles, and I have to say that the Echolink is, I believe I'm getting into the repeater better than I'm hearing it, in the sense of this. Sometimes I'm hearing a pretty good audio stream and then it just abruptly stops, and then it comes back in a little later in the conversation. Not very much later, but enough, you miss enough that it's hard to understand the thread. But since I'm listening to myself on through Ron's radio, which is linked to Skype, so I can kind of tell that I have a rather constant audio stream in, I believe, so it seems to be working pretty well and going from here to the repeater. And I wanted to just tell you guys, I was wondering why I heard a /L last week, or the last time I was listening. It turns out that the Echolink computer and installation is on Cougar Mountain. So it's linked into Tiger Mountain, and I think the repeater is operating from Tiger Mountain tonight. And so since it's a separate transmitter, it needs to, this is according to Rich. He sent me a nice email. I asked him why I was hearing an L when he explained it. I asked him if it was a link. He says, yeah, the separate transmitter on Cougar has to ID, and so it IDs with a dash, or I guess it's a /L. And so I can hear that tonight too. So there you go. Well, anyway, 7-3, you guys. Enjoy the net and come along Saturday night. I think I'll be here. I can play this video again, all things equal, and we'll see if we can pull it off. So, good net. Thank you very much, Ron, for running it. And I'm going to say 7-3, you guys. This is in 7KC. Port Angeles, back to net.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Lee, and 7KC, KD7CKU here. Let's go over to James, WU7N, and then we'll go over to Jim, and then we'll wrap it up. We're kind of headed that way. So go ahead, James, KD7CKU.
Well, Ron, Lee, thank you very much for showing your videos. I think you're going to want to show them again next time we get together so that everyone else can see those. I think people would be interested. And Lee, a request for you, maybe, after the net wraps up here, I'd like to try and connect with you via Echolink station to station with my phone, because I think another amateur radio operator and I determined that there's some things you got to set up in a router for a station to station. But the other thing, after you get off, I want to see if I can get on the repeater to answer the question, are we limited to one Echolink person at a time? So anyway, maybe I'll send you an email right after the net here, and we can test that out. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight, 73s, and something tells me this drone stuff is going to be very interesting, even if you're an armchair spectator. WU7N, back to net, and good evening.
Okay, thank you, James. Let's go on down to M7QO.
M7QO. Yeah, I agree, Jim. We're definitely going to be hearing more about this stuff. And I seem to remember hearing or reading somewhere about cars communicating with one another as well. Much like aircraft, they're trying to develop systems where the vehicles cannot have collisions, and they're going to try to improve the safety on ground transportation, and I'm sure they will, even with what's out there now, warning systems that will warn you if there's a vehicle in the next lane, or if you're backing up, warn you about someone behind you. And there are vehicles out there that will automatically brake if they sense a vehicle in front of you slowing down or stopped. Some of that's pretty cool. This car that I have has an adaptive speed control sort of thing. I activate it, reset.
N7KC disconnected.
And that was both IDs. Okay, interesting. But you activate this speed control, basically, and you can set a distance. So your vehicle will follow a vehicle. You enter a speed, a maximum speed as well. So it will adjust the throttle for that maximum speed, but you can set a distance from which you want to trail a car in front of you, and as it approaches that vehicle, if it's going slower than your speed, it will slow you down to match that other vehicle's speed. It's pretty cool, and certainly, I haven't driven my wife's car a whole lot, but it certainly does help with keep your foot from falling asleep on the longer trips. But that's my 2 cents. Anyway, thank you all for the participation. Hope to catch you next net. Good night, everyone, and 7QO.
Okay, Jim. Well, thank you very much. Jim 7QO, this is KD7QKU, and I guess I will terminate the ATV net and turn the repeater back to normal use. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. And 73 KD7QKU, be clear. Bye-bye.
Ron, this is James. You still have a very good picture up right now. WW7ATS.
Jim, Lee was saying that he can see you on Skype, but he can't connect to you. I mean, Echolink, excuse me. He can't connect to you on his phone. He tries, and it says there's no path available.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can communicate with Lee via email. I'm pretty sure that station-to-station connections, both he and I would need to put a special rule in our routers for 2 ports. And I'm pretty sure that's why he can't connect to me directly, but I'm still a little disappointed that I cannot connect with the 147.080 repeater. I don't understand why that's not working.